My name's Anthony Kubanek. I got in the trade through a buddy who was an apprentice. Uh, Favorite thing about the trade is just all the different places and things you get to see that no one else in the world gets to see.
Hi, my name's Brandon Kimberly. I'm a third period apprentice, and I got in the trade through a friend who was an older apprentice, and he recommended I take an application and try to get in. And I was previously doing some non-union pipe fitting, just briefly, and I realized that's what I wanted to get into. So coming to the 636, I'm getting a tremendous amount of training that I've never had before, and I like going to the jobs. I like the different atmospheres. I love the guys I work with. We're like a family. Everyone knows what everyone's doing, what the struggles. We help each other out, and I guess my favorite story is my first week in. I was involved in a helicopter lift, and that was kind of crazy. From what I hear, it's not very common, but every day we're doing new things and constantly learning. Thanks.
My name's Chance Boudry. I became a pipe fitter. Me and my brother became pipe fitters because my grandpa, his brother, and his dad were all pipe fitters, and I just remember going with my grandma to pick him up and seeing where he worked, and I always thought it was interesting. We waited 4 years to get in, so it's been a long time. I definitely like getting to know all the other journeymen on the job and learning different things every day. And my favorite story would definitely be the first day out on the job as an apprentice. I worked with a really good journeyman, and I got to weld. I was welding his root passes on the pipe, and I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm Kahi Bryant, third period apprentice. I got in the trade, just went down, took the test. I didn't have any family in the trade at all. The thing I like most about the trade is you see things you normally wouldn't see. You know, you do different work almost every day. It's pretty much never the same. You know, and you're always learning new different things. Another thing I like about the trade is the people. You know, it's a like nice brotherhood. You know, it's friends you're gonna meet in the trade. You probably be friends with forever. You know, well, one of my goals is to finish the apprenticeship program, gain journeyman status in 636. I would like to get as many certs as I can in welding. You know, I like welding. You know.
My name's Cullen Boudry. I got in a trade through a family member. I was going to school for welding and got the interest into the trade and took the test and got in, and ever since I got in, I just love it. I just like everything about the trade, learning stuff new, experiencing different things, being around a bunch of different people, working with a bunch of great guys. Love working with my hands. It's something I've always wanted to do, and it's just been good for me. You know, I've learned a lot, pushed myself to limits I didn't think I could actually reach with the schooling and being on the job. Things I didn't think I could figure out, I actually can now. It's just been great.
Hi, my name's Greg Firth. I got into the trade just recently. I'm a third period apprentice. I was a machinist for 20 years. In 2008, 2009, when things got rough, I got a pat on the back and a thank you, and that was it. And took a huge pay cut like a lot of people did during that time. My good fishing buddy of 10 years, I knew he was a fitter. He didn't really talk much about work, but I knew he made a decent living. He encouraged me to try to get in. I was working for half of what I was making at a place that I hated, and so I took his advice. It took me about 4 years, but here I am. The trades are awesome. It's very similar to what I used to do, except instead of reporting to one building every day, I get to move around, do different things. You learn new stuff every day. The personalities, that's probably my favorite part. I used to work with the same people day in, day out. They didn't have real good attitudes, and that's a whole lot different now, that's for sure. As far as a favorite story, I'm not sure that I have one yet. New stories develop every day. You hear new stories all the time, and I guess that would be my favorite part. It's a great way to make a living from what I see so far.
Hi, my name's Jeff Speck. I'm 31, married, have 3 kids. I'm a third period apprentice currently, so I'm new to all this. So it's been pretty rewarding so far. It was a long time for me to be able to get in. I have few friends that are pipe fitters, and their dad is a pipe fitter, and they finally steered me down the direction on when to come in, fill out the application, and where to go to test, and pass all that, come in, take an interview. Took an interview and received a letter in the mail that they weren't going to be taking anybody for a little while. Waited it out for 5 years almost, and lucky enough to have another interview and get accepted into the apprenticeship program. Very happy, very thankful for that. Looking forward to everything in the future that comes with it. As far as the job goes, some of it I knew what was going to happen because it was construction industry, but the rest of it, I was green, if you will, to it all, and it's been great. I like getting up, going somewhere different all the time. I like building something and seeing what I've done afterwards. I find that extremely rewarding. Sitting behind a desk in a cubicle with a computer in front of me that's not the guy I am. I went to college, I did all that, and didn't like anything to do with it. So here I am, and I'm really happy. I love working with my hands. I love building stuff, and pipe fitting's great for that. It's great to be held to a higher standard than others. I feel we're much higher educated and trained way further in depth than a lot of the other trades, and we have a lot more that we're responsible for out on the job, and I like that a lot. And looking for the favorite story, being so new, as of right now, the only thing that really can come to mind is that it's been about probably 7 or 8 months ago. We were all out on a job, big project, and all the IFCs were wrong. And they handed our contractor a different set than the ones they were supposed to, and we built it accordingly. And once the general foreman realized that, he brought it to all of our attention one morning and said, it was going to be a tough battle now because it was very demoralizing knowing the last 2 months worth of work we had done was not a total waste, but there was a lot of things that needed to change. And it was great to go in, see everybody on the job come together. And we weren't hemming and hawing and complaining over it. We just came in, figured out what needed to be changed, and everybody did it and knocked it out. And everybody came together, and it was pretty neat to see all these guys that were on all separate projects, throughout this whole construction, come together, work in an area, and change it all. And they did it in a day. We stayed out there. It actually was a Friday. We took care of it on a Friday, and the major bonus, we got it done in 9 hours, and the boss paid us for 12 as a reward and a thanks for everybody getting it all taken care of. So for right now, I'd say that's my favorite story as far as pipe fitting goes. Thank you.
My name's John Burke. I'm 34 years old. I got into the trade through actually the sprinkler fitters. Gave me a job in their shop. I was working in a sprinkler fitter shop for 4 years and learned some basic skills, grooving and threading pipe and the different types of valves and such. Got laid off, and the superintendent said if you wanted to retain some of this knowledge and use it in a future job, to maybe look into the pipe fitters, since some of the tasks and materials and stuff are interchangeable. So I applied, took the test, and interviewed, and 2.5 years later got into the trade. The trade's great. You get to work with a variety of different people from all over the local with different experiences throughout their careers, and to have the opportunity every day to learn something new from an experienced journeyman that possibly came over from the service side or spent their entire career in construction or expertise in boiler rooms, schools, just the opportunity to keep your ears open and learn from somebody new on a day-to-day basis, just a different way to do things or look at a certain project. The most rewarding part of the job is the ability to drive past the location that you've worked at and see the finished product and just say, hey, I was a part of putting that together, and be able to say that that you helped build places where people are going to be employed and continue to work in Metro Detroit.
My name is Levi Pernage. I'm a third period apprentice in local 636. I've been doing this for about 2.5 years now. I'm a third generation pipe fitter. My father and grandfather have both been in the trade. I love this trade because I come to work every day and I learn something new. I get to use my hands. I get to use my brain. I get to go to a new job every couple of months. I'm never stagnant, not seeing the same thing. If you enjoy deconstructing and constructing and being able to step away and look at something and say, I built that and I completed it and I know what I'm doing, it's a great trade for you. I enjoy doing a lot of rigging and lifting. It's really cool to be able to lift a 43,000 pound chiller and know your center of gravity and know what everybody's doing and know how to coordinate all that. It's a very cool thing to have that kind of knowledge. In the last 2.5 years, I've run into a lot of characters in this trade, and they are characters in this trade, but the guys here are really committed, and they're very, it's a brotherhood. It really is. I mean, there's always someone to take care of you, answer your questions. You never have to do anything alone. Everything's a partnership, and it's very well structured.
Hi, my name's Matthew Manny. I have a lot of family in the trade. My dad, my grandpa, Dave Manny and Milton Manny. And things I like about the trade would be just getting to learn new things, meet new people. One of my favorite things about the trade is actually getting to know my family through other people. Like my grandpa, I get to know a lot about him from other guys, some of the older guys. Just hearing stories about him, things he's done, and trying to do some of those things myself. Hi, I'm Matt Weiss. I'm a third period apprentice here. I got into the trade because of my dad. He's been a pipe fitter, and it sounded like a good career. What I like about it is you get to go different places all the time, do different kinds of work every day, and you really learn something every day. Another thing is you get to see things no one else sees, really. Blast furnaces, all steel making processes. Also going into the auto plants. It's a really cool line of work, and I really enjoy it.
Hi, my name is Mike Cashero. I got in the trade about a year ago through my family members. I have many generations of my family in the trade. What I like about the trade is working with your hands every day, going to different job sites, basically just a new environment every day. I basically just hope my kids will be able to follow this tradition and keep the family tradition going of being in the pipe trades.
Hi, I'm Ryan Rippey. I've been a fitter now for about 1.5 years. I started last springtime. I got in the trade. My dad, he's been a fitter since the early 90s. My favorite, what I like about the trade is that I like going to work and doing something different every day. Every day you go to work and you don't know what you're gonna be doing, and you're never doing the same thing over and over again, day after day. One of my favorite things to do at work is I like getting up high in the air, and I was up in a shaft one time, and it's probably my first 6 months in the trade. I got the opportunity to make a couple welds up in a spider lift, and that's pretty cool.
My name is Scott Anderson. I got into the trade because family in the trade. I'm a third generation, and my brother's a fitter. It took me a while to get in the trade, but once I did, I was excited, and to know that I would be following my family's footsteps and to see what they get to do every day, and that was real rewarding to me. And what I like about the trade is that you get to go new places and meet new people, make new friends, and just see things that I never thought I would see doing this. So,
hi, my name is Sean Mulliet. I joined the Pipe Fitters Union 1 year ago, and it's been quite a year. I love the work we do. It's a good combination of not only working with your hands, but it's a lot of mental learning too. I don't have any family in the trade, first generation. I had some friends that went through the program and they thought it would be something I would like. So far, they're absolutely correct. Not only does the Pipe Fitters Union give me the opportunity to make a good wage, a decent living, the brotherhood and all the friends I've made already is overwhelming. In fact, probably my, if I had to pick a story of my most memorable part of this year would be during our strike. It was very overwhelming seeing everyone come together, support each other. We're brothers for better or for worse.